I mean, marketing field has gone significant change, has undergone significant change in the last about 2 decades. I mean, the first thing that has changed is the product-centric view of marketing. So if you see the entire field, or even practice as well and research, the field is more oriented towards customers now, as opposed to in the past. So now what we have is something we call customer-centric view of marketing. Within this, we look at instead of focusing on a particular product, we focus on a customer and see how much a customer is worth. What can a company, how can a company create value for the customer? So in a sense that the relationship companies have with the customer is not transactional. It is much more relational, and they look at a customer over a long period of time and then try to create value for the customer and extract that value in the form of revenues from the customer. Now that is one major change that we see. The second change that we have seen is marketing has become much more data driven. As we have vast CRM databases or information about customer behavior, over time companies are learning to exploit this through marketing analytics, and then doing more focused marketing so that they can again create better value for customers. Third and the one most, naturally all the three are very important. The third one is the shift of power. Earlier, marketing meant that companies would do something and then customers had to take it or leave it. It is no longer so. So in a sense, the field is getting integrated with several other fields within the business domain. For example, new product development involving customers. So today companies have to engage customers and collaborate with them rather than doing something and then being the more powerful player. Today customers are almost as powerful. They become more powerful in some cases, and they are influencing marketers as well. So this has become much more balanced than before. Naturally, as the field evolves, we are teaching methods, how we teach, what we teach changes. For example, in classes like marketing management, marketing strategy, we now have, we start with the customers. So something is also commonly referred to as design thinking. So we start with customer needs and how can we provide better value to customers. The other thing is we try to use much more multimedia and interactive methods in class so that students are engaged. That's one big change. So earlier we had more lecture component, then it evolved into a balance between cases and lectures. Today it's much more other tools like simulations and all that help students engage in class and so better internalize the lessons. With respect to the third part that you mentioned about how does our book handle these issues. So first, we felt the need to write this book because we feel that the marketing field has evolved and there are very few books out there that reflect that change based on research and practice. So the first thing we do is the entire book is organized around the customer and the value that customers offer and how firms can create that. So that is the framework that we have developed, and this reflects the current state of the art thinking in marketing research and practice across the globe, increasingly so in India as well. The second, we have provided tools and frameworks where students who read the book or even others who read the book, they can take these learnings and apply them in practice and then see how it works. So it's not purely an abstract book where we present concepts and then let them figure out how to use them. Our intention has been to make sure that people are able to apply and translate those concepts into practice, and we provide examples and tools. And the third component of the book, which is I think is equally critical, is issues outside are moving too fast for us to put them in print and then forget them for a year. So you take example of rural marketing or some interesting initiatives by companies like Project Shakti by HUL. They evolve over time, and in that sense, students are also learning in a very fast-paced environment. A textbook has to somehow absorb this learning and share it with the students. So to deal with this issue, we have a lot of multimedia content where a student can scan these codes given in the book and they are taken to online sources that provide this cutting edge, in-depth knowledge about those issues. This way the book keeps is in a sense it is very dynamic and brings in a lot extra into the classroom that is typically not present in other books. So these are the three, I would say, main differentiators that we have.